As a seasoned seamstress or sewist, we all come upon that time. For me, it's about once every 2 or 3 months where we have to clean our sewing kits. So just like any other handy person, they have a toolkit full of supplies that they either use. Some might be broken, some they've never used, some items still in the package with intents of using. But we come to a point where we become hoarders to a certain sense. So I brought you along on my journey to purge and clean my sewing kit. It's like my semi-annual cleaning day for my sewing room. But anyway, here we go. So you'll see a lot of different things that we all need, but we may not use for every single project. Like scissors, for example, we use for every single project, but then you have things like different color threads and pliers as I pull the thread from the pliers, the pliers I don't use all the time. If you looked at one of my recent videos on how to make a leather clutch, I did use pliers as a demonstration to show you how to pull the zipper teeth. And as far as scissors, we have those, we have shears, we have the snippers, but any kind of cutting device, I probably have that. So this is a very dangerous job, sticking my fingers in the box of unknown supplies. As you see, I start to kind of lay them out and section them together. So over to the left, I have scissors and shears and rotary cutters and a box cutter. I was like, well, why do I have a box cutter? Well, let me just keep it in the pile that it needs to be in because it's most likely going back in the case for what I don't know. Pins upon pins. Anytime I'm looking for a pin around the house, I know where they are. They just seem to collect in the bottom of my sewing kit. I have rotary blades. The good part about it is I have fresh ones and I have dull ones. I do keep my dull rotary blades to use on paper, so that explains why I have two different of the same size rotary cutters. One's for paper and one's for fabric, and then the smaller rotary cutter is for my doll clothes when I'm cutting out those patterns with the smaller curves, like the openings for the neck or the armhole. That smaller rotary cutter comes in handy. And oh my God, the needles. The needles upon needles upon needles, and I'm going to section those. There are different size needles to do different sorts of jobs, to work with certain materials. Elastic, some were okay, some were gross, some were too short, like why am I holding on to this? And some more pens and marking pencils and disappearing ink pens and whatever that thing was, because it wasn't a screwdriver, but I'm sure it's for a machine. Oh, and the protective case that I had once upon a time for my good shears that are not really that good anymore, but at least I still have the protective case. I had like 3 seam gauge. I don't know why I have more than one, but they collect. These things just happen to randomly collect themselves. And I get down to the bare dirtiness of my sewing kit, and it gets rather disgusting because there's dust and things that just make you sneeze down there. But wait, there's more. So this is the top insert to the case. I try to keep my main go-to items in this case, so when I start to organize and put things back into place, you'll see that I'm deciding, okay, do I need to put this in the top carrying part, or do I need to just throw it in the bottom of the case? But for the most part, just bobbins and threads, and the threads get caught in other threads and the scissors, and I waste not, want not. I do follow that principle, so I hate to throw stuff away because I feel like I'm going to need it at some point in time, which I probably most likely do. And then when I purge of it or give it away, throw it away, I'm like, what happened to such and such? So this is the reason why I have so many things when it comes to my trade of sewing and design, because I need these things. All right, so more needles, more this, more that, but man, it's starting to look good already because I am getting the clutter out of the way and somewhat organized on my pattern table. so I can be able to better organize things for myself back into the sewing kit. And the colored pencils are there for a reason, because when I'm doing my pattern making, I like to do it in pencil, like a regular mechanical or lead pencil. And then if I have to make a correction or alteration, I'll come through with a different color of a pencil, like a red or a blue or a green. So as many changes as I need to make clear to myself, I'll switch off into a different color. So yeah, so now it's getting grimy again. So I'm just picking up all my pens, and I don't know why I have these blades for the X-Acto knife, but I do use an X-Acto knife from time to time because I do like that preciseness when it comes to a nice clean cut on some things. So I do like to keep those, even though I've used them, I still keep them for paper since they may not work or may be too dull for leather or fabric if that was the purpose for me using it. But for paper, they'll be just fine, especially when it comes to me cutting out a pattern. But not like the commercial patterns, like the tissue paper patterns, because these will never work with that. But for like pattern, like technical pattern paper, I'll use these. And do not follow what I do. You have to be very careful. That's why I hate sticking my hand in my sewing kit, because I have all these sharp things. So I was getting those organized, and there's everything else going into the trash, and I just kind of skip past to the last little bit in the bottom of the kit and throw away the excess. Now it's time to clean the kit. Let's Clorox it. Let's make it fresh and new to start over for the next round of being a fabulous sewist, one who's organized and she's serious about her business. All right, so now I believe we can go ahead and start to get the items back into the box very carefully. I had 3 measuring tapes. I only need 1. I know that 1 out of the 3 was actually a quilter's tape, so it goes up to about almost 280 inches if you flip it to the other side to the very end. So I did not include that one. I just kept my favorite color, pink, measuring tape. And now those piles and piles of different various needle sizes and whatever for different machines that I have are all going into one Ziploc bag. And these are a combination of machine needles and hand sewing needles. As if I do a lot of hand sewing, which I don't, but just in case, I have them if I need them. And wow, that's a lot of needles. All right, so in they go. What's next? These are pattern weights. There's only 3. There was 4 once upon a time. Don't know what happened to the other. Let me test out my scissors to see which ones make the final cut. No pun intended. But my good scissors go up top, and the other ones, the backups, go in the bottom. Oh, there's another Ziploc bag. Wonder what's going in there. Oh, it's elastic. I don't do a lot of elastic waistbands or anything of that nature, but for some reason I just happen to have these. But I figured let me go ahead and get those organized. Which one had the most liquid in it out of the Fray? The Fray Stay or Fray, whatever that liquid stuff is to keep your fabric from fraying. But I decided to go ahead and keep them both. There was 3 seam gauges just now. I kept one up top and put the other 2 on the bottom. I don't know why, but there we are. And oh yes, so many things that I need that have to go into the sewing box. Tape. Oh, that little thing that looked like a little bullet or lipstick, that's actually a pencil sharpener, so that is very necessary. And I have 3 seam rippers. There's my X-Acto knife going to the top tray. Notch punch or notcher. What is that? Binder clips and some bobbin and bobbin case. And where else are we going? Pliers. Which plier do I want? I want the needle nose stay up top and these other 2 go on the bottom. And that thing, I can't even think of the name of it, but good for making circles, perfect circles. Let's see, another sandwich bag. So what's going in here? What do we have? Oh, bobbins. Bobbins upon bobbins upon bobbins and cases. Oh my. Let's get those all together and at least keep those pesky strings from getting caught in everything. So there's my little magnetic holder for all of those gazillions of pins that there's so many on there they won't even really adhere to the whole magnetism of the unit because there's too many. And all of these pins, the calculator in the bottom, I really use the calculator on my phone because I have a fraction calculator app, which is great for fractions when I'm doing my pattern making. Now to separate the pins, so I had like these huge Sharpies and permanent markers. Those are for labeling my patterns. Now I'm looking at my gel pens, which ones, of course I'm keeping them all because they're all great for marking on leather. So I'll probably put my favorite 2 up top and the rest in the bottom. And now my ink pens, here are all my ink pens. So no wonder I could never find one around the house because they're all in my sewing kit. So I have blue, black, all kinds of colored pens. So I'll probably keep 2, a black and a blue one up top in the tray. And I'll put maybe 3 or 4 in the bottom, and the rest I'll put in a drawer so I know where they are next time I need to find something. Because I'm always looking for a pen for some reason. Any highlighters? I don't really use those a lot in pattern making. There's my little leather skiver. I need that. Now for the pencils, I have mechanical pencils and just regular pencils, and some are drawing pencils like the 2H2B, 3B. I'll keep those in the bottom maybe for sketching, not like I do a lot of sketching. I like to sketch in pen now since I know what I'm doing. If I make a mistake, I just start over or just make my lines darker. And let's see what else. Oh, more lead. 2 cases of lead for my mechanical pencils. Those are my threaders for the needle. And X-Acto knife pieces, some new ones, and then the ones that I kind of collected. Let's see, a dressmaker pen. I think that thing was dried out, so that was going in the trash pile. There's something else with a broken tip on it. I don't know, but I'll keep it. And my color pencils, I'll keep the main blue, red, and green up top and put an extra red one in the bottom and get rid of the rest. And those are some things for maintaining the sewing machine, maybe cleaning the dust bunnies out. Something broke, I'm throwing that away. And it looks like I am finished. That was a task, but I'm glad you came along for the ride. Thanks a lot.